Hello, my lovely Aries. This Aries Sun Moon Rising. This is your reading for the week of July 6th, and it won't be for everybody. This is quite specific. So, I'm not sure who in the collective I'm reading for, but what we have, the first thing that I heard was, give me a piece of that Kit Kat bar. And it was that, like, let's take a break, take a break. And then I saw you sitting, lying in a hammock with one leg over the edge and just staring up into space with a very vacant look on your face. And I feel like this is the message Spirit wants to give you. Yeah, take a break, get into a hammock, flop in, and let go. And that's really what seems to be the energy I'm feeling for you right now. Now, again, this won't be for everybody, but it feels to me as though the part that I'm reading for has faced a lot of trials and tribulations over the last period of time that had probably a lot to do with a resonance of abandonment that they were carrying with them that caused certain things to go into play in a way where it created an ongoing situation for them. That was challenging, that created a lot of worry. And within that worry, that thinking, because the feeling that I'm getting with take a break is that you have been overextending your mental capacities in a way now where your nervous system is just going, I need and that's it. You get the calm focus card, you get drop the emotional weight, you get humor, and you get, okay, enough with the remorse, enough with the worry, let go of that. But it feels very, very lovingly letting you know that rest is your friend right now. Not thinking is your friend right now. So whatever you need to do to get out of that quality of hyper focus on everything, because if you've been hyper focused on one or two things in your life, the tendency for the brain and the nervous system is to start getting hyper focused as just your natural state. Okay, now Aries, what Spirit is saying is it's not a natural state, and now it's time for you. Can you understand that that's probably where your nervous system is still has an inclination to go? And when the time comes for you to reflect back over things, do your very, very best to not get into the overthinking. Allow yourself to say, oh yeah, that's a pattern, and now what can I do in this moment to stop going into that pattern? Because remember, you've got neural networks that are created by repetitive thought, and those neural networks are going to take your nervous system into certain states more easily because you've got more of them and they're bigger. So now what you're doing is you are literally deliberately choosing to step out of that. This, you know what? Maybe that's just a perfect little mantra. Give me a piece of that Kit Kat bar as your mantra to remember it's time to take a break, not take everything quite so seriously, which you have done and you have felt like you need to do. And now lighten up in as many ways as you can. Use it to help you drop the weight. Do whatever you need to do to be able to stay into a calm focus and not go into the repetitive. The thing about this also is, however, if there is an underlying theme of abandonment, so listen to this. Abandonment isn't just the experience of being left. It carries with it a much deeper sense of desertion, of being left vulnerable without the support or tools we need in order to survive, either emotionally or physically. You might be finding yourself coming to terms with how much that has affected your choices and how much that compelled you on in what felt like a powerful statement, when in fact it was coming out of some of the issues around abandonment. Okay? That may not be easy for you to face, Aries. That may not be easy to face. But what Spirit is saying is, this is where your freedom is. And if you went through this and this is and that was an underlying thing, then you went through it so you can release this, so you can look at it and go, and now I'm done. I've done that. I've fought that fight, and now I'm done. Okay? Aries, I'm going to leave you with this. I think this could be a really big transformational time for you. And again, I'm getting the feeling that it may not be the easiest thing in the world, but watch your language, watch what you're saying, why you're saying it, and notice where it's taking you back into stuff in a way that is that can lead you. Watch what you're saying and see. So if you have something that comes up around something recent that's been a trouble for you, and you're aware of the feeling of it, ask yourself, this is important, Aries, you can ask yourself, when was the first time I felt abandoned? When was the first time I felt that I was left vulnerable and somebody had ditched me or dumped me or not been there for me in a way that I needed them? Okay? You can use these things as a way to track back to where it was, and very often it's just a matter of acknowledging where it started, bringing it into conscious awareness that allows it to release, especially when you've done as much work as you have done on setting yourself free. Okay? You have done a lot of work to try to evolve yourself along lines that are more empowered and are more inclined to give you a sense of autonomy and free you from your past. Okay? It's a good time for this for you, my dears, because once you do that, it's carte blanche. The world is your oyster. Because remember, abandonment tends to breed abandonment. Whatever energy we're mostly resonating with tends to be the thing we'll magnetize. Okay? Especially if it's a deep-seated sense of abandonment or betrayal that's resonating through the system in a way that we haven't been conscious of. Okay? I'm going to leave you with that. Much love. Take care.